Hello, stock traders. I hope all of you survived today. Boy, it can be tough to hold and stick to your guns, especially when the market is like this. We are definitely in correction territory. Just about everything was down. So it didn't matter if it was an insider or what. In fact, there were a lot of great opportunities to buy stocks today. And hopefully you picked up on some of those opportunities. It was definitely a tough day. So if you had all the stocks from the top 7 list from yesterday's pre-market video, then you would have had a 6.57% loss. I personally had an 8.49% loss. I have some call options, and that is the wrong market to have call options in, so I struggled a little bit. Month to date, though, this list is up 32.07%, so please remember that. This list has been very successful this month, and I do believe that this was an overreaction. The market will bounce off of these levels for sure. Year to date, personally, I'm at a 50.25% gain, so far doing pretty good. Looking forward to great gains this year, even though we've had a tough time the second half of February. In this video, I'm going to give you a recap of the stocks that were in the top 7 list on Tuesday's pre-market video. Also going to give you 4 new stock picks that should help you to be successful coming up and through the rest of the week. And I want to also start by saying it's really important to have a broker that you can trade early in the morning and late at night, especially during market conditions like this. If you see an opportunity to get out and you can do so without too much pain, having a broker like Webull is very advantageous. And so we have a link in the description down below. You get 1 free stock when signing up and up to 2 free stocks for depositing money. It's a great broker. I love all the scanners and everything with it. I wouldn't recommend it if I did not believe in it and use it each and every day. And also we have this group. If you are wanting to get into these stocks early and you are wanting early access to all of this, by the time this video comes out, it is not the most up-to-date information if you want entry points close to what mine are. I recommend you check out our Patreon group. We have a great group of investors that are really trying to help one another to be successful. Check it out. We have a link in the description down below, which is one great trade. You will easily make up the amount of money it costs to be a member of that. All right, let's get to it. Let's cover the sales. Let's start in our premium room. Sold SSFT for a 2.28% gain. Sold HUTMF for a 72.59% gain. Sold TSCRD for a 27.02% loss. All of those that hit the exit point of the strategy that I have for those. As you could tell, that HUTMF was very successful, especially with Bitcoin doing as well as it done, but man, it pulled back big time today. So it's time to get out of that and move on to something else. All right, in our standard room, I only have 1 call out. I only made 1 call out all day long, but hey, if it's a good call out, that's all you need. I day traded AMC call options for a 18.3% gain, and there were a lot of the members in our group, in our standard group, who held this much longer and had anywhere between 100 to 160% gains is what I heard towards the end of the day. So that was really exciting for them. I'm very, very happy for them. For me, it had hit my exit point and I didn't want to risk it. I just got out of it. Little nice 18% gain. I will take that any day of the week. In our top 7 list, so among the top 7 stocks that were sold, these are the 3 that were sold. The first was KMPR. I sold for a 4.34% gain. Also sold HOFV, sold for a 15.4% loss. So that one hurt a little bit, but it had been a long time since the insider activity, so it's time to move out of that one. And sold TWO for a 2.4% gain. So a small gain, but in this market, I will take it. All right, well, there's a popular saying in the stock market, when in doubt, zoom out. And I like to attribute that to mean if you are in doubt of your strategies, just zoom out and see how you've done with that strategy. You know if you have been diligent with that strategy. And so you might be looking at this insider list and say, oh man, those picks are terrible. Well, if you really look out and not just at one day, and you really take a look at the big picture, these insider picks have been extremely successful. At least for me, they have been. In the last month, for example, in just insiders, I am personally up 28.77% gain. That is a great gain in a month. Year to date, 50.25% gain. So that's very good. And then since the beginning of 2019, up 2,257%. So that kind of shows you how powerful these picks can be. I have had a lot of success success with them, and with compounding returns, 2 to 5% returns. And every once in a while, you'll get a big return. But this strategy has a 70% win rate with an average gain of 3% per pick. Over a year, you will make huge gains with that type of strategy. They just compound and compound and compound. So that is why I follow it, and that is why I work at it so much, and that is why it's my main strategy, is because it's been so successful. All right, we have so many stocks to cover in our top 7, so let's get right to them. We have some new stocks. We have 4 new stocks to cover, and so lots of really great stuff to go through. Now, I am not a financial advisor. You need to do your own due diligence, take a look at these stocks for yourself, and feel comfortable with entering them. But let's go through them. The first is YAYO, and on Tuesday, this finished down 12.64%. My average in it's $4.95. Since calling this out, it is down 6.42%. It was really affected today, definitely by the price. John Gray has been loading up shares. He loaded up at $5.05. This stock is now below that. This is a possible reverse merger or an IPO stock, and so I think this one's going to continue to move upwards. It's had lots of insider activity to support that move. The next is CRVS. This is CRVS Pharma, and on Tuesday, this finished down 11.60%. They had earnings, and I don't know if earnings really matter on pharmaceutical companies, but I didn't think the earnings numbers were that bad, but the market really reacted negatively to those. My average in it's $3.80. Since calling this out, it is up 7.63%, so even with the setbacks today, it is still up. And the CEO has had some really nice purchases in here. There's been tons of insider activity on this. Lots of officers participated in the offering, which was very bullish. Analysts have an average target price of $8.60, so analysts believe the stock has big time upside, and so do I. All right, the next is XAIR. This is Beyond Air. On Tuesday, this finished down 6.56%. My average in it is $6.83. Since calling this out, it is down 8.20%. And this is Beyond Air, and lots of open market purchase by Robert Carey at $6.67 per share. Analysts have an average target price of $13.25, so there's plenty of upside here, and I think that this stock will move upwards. All right, now to the top 7. Here we go. Here's the first one, HEPA. This is Hepion Pharma. This has been on the list for a little while. On Tuesday, this finished down 4.93%. My average in it is $2.29. Since calling this out, is down 6.55%. But the CFO and CEO went in on shares, and institutions are loading big time on the stock. Analysts have an average target price of $10 per share. Number 6 is OPK. This is Opco Health. On Tuesday, this finished down 3.38%, just like a lot of things. My average in it is $4.87. Since calling this out, it is down 6.16%. But Frost Gamma Investments Trust had a $2.3 million insider buy in open market. So very, very good. And all of that was at $4.76, and it is now below that. Analysts have an average target price of $8.25. There's almost 100% upside in this stock, and I think it will continue upwards. It's just had this little dip, and this is a good opportunity to buy and get in. Number 5 is SCPS. This is Scopus Biopharma, and on Tuesday, this finished down 7.07%, like a lot of things. My average in it's $10.40. Since calling this out, it is down 11.54%. But man, people keep loading this stock. 2 executive chairmen, another director purchased shares in open market. Analysts have an average target price of $20 a share, so that's 100% upside from its current levels. And so this stock should continue upwards. This market really should turn around. All right, now let's get to the new stocks. We have 4 new ones to cover that are brand new to the list. And the first is Chevron. This is CVX. And on Tuesday, this finished up 1.26%. My average in it's $98.61, and with all kinds of levels of production being cut, I expect this one to move upwards. Since calling this out, is up 1.05%, and Marilyn Hawson, director, bought shares in open market at $95.21, and I believe oil prices will continue to rise. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be up on the move, and so all the oil and gas stocks should increase with that. Analysts have an average target price of $104.81. And so there's some upside here, and I think it will continue to do well. Number 3 is SONO. This is Sonos. This is brand new to the list. On Tuesday today, it finished up 2.03%. My average in it's $38.73. Since calling this out, it is up 1.43%. And a director purchased $2 million worth of shares in open market at $37.75. And this stock has possible inclusion into the S&P 500. And so that would be huge for this stock and also bring a lot of institutional money into the stock. And so I think that if that happens, that this will really, really move upwards. Analysts have an average target price of $39.25. So we shall see how this one does. Number 2, and this one is brand new to the list, and you needed to be a member of our Patreon group in order to really take advantage of this. Just waiting for this video, it's just too late. But this one is GTYH, and I do think this one will continue upwards. On Tuesday, this finished up 9.43%. My averaging at $6.48. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 10.21%. So we called that out, and so many of our members are in this and way up in it, up over 10%. You need that on a day like today for sure. The director and CEO went in on shares in open market, and analysts have an average target price of $9 a share. Really nice 50% upside, I think, on this one. And it could be the analysts are wrong. So whenever you see multiple officers go in like this, it is a very bullish sign that there's some news that's about to come out, because remember, the insider activity is the news before the news. And number 1 is SVRA. This is SVRA. And on Tuesday, this finished up 19.08%. So this is another one you would have benefited by being a part of our Discord. My average in it's $1.84. Since calling this out, it is up 14.13%. So a lot of those members are in on this stock, and the CEO went in on shares at $1.74 a share. And this biopharma, there's always possible news. And so biopharmas really typically move with insider activity. And so there's no surprise at all that the stock has moved upwards. And analysts have an average target price of $2.66, or nice 50% upside almost on the stock. I think it should continue to do well. There should be some excitement definitely with the insider activity. Everyone wondering, what does that CEO know? All right, well, stick with it. Stick with your strategies. Don't panic sell. You never win when you panic sell. I really think that this is just a market correction. This is not a stock market crash. I do think there are going to be some points like this in 2021, just like there are in every year. So when they say that in the news, this always happens. There's always some speed bumps in the road. Stocks don't continue to go up all the time. They're going to have pullbacks. That is human nature. That is how things are going to work, and you just got to get used to it. After a while of trading, you become kind of numb to it. It's kind of weird, but today I was way down and I wasn't nervous, or I didn't, I knew what the stocks that I had. I knew the strategies that I had, and I believe in my strategies. And so I just stuck with it. Even though I had a big loss today, I still feel confident that my strategies are going to work for me. Please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. Wishing you all the best in the stock market, and Raythoven out.